Three, two, one.
Oh, good morning. Here we are. Carla Marie,
we're on?
Are you ready to do a show?
I think so.
So it was a little weird. I couldn't hear the countdown music for the first time in a very long time, so I was not prepared. But good morning. If you are concerned about my voice, it's because I was at a bachelor party this weekend, and it's still recovering a little bit. Carla Marie, how you doing?
I was doing great. And I'd say 5 minutes after I woke up, I went into a sneezing fit and have probably sneezed close to 40 times since I've been awake.
That sounds fun.
It's torture.
Lenny from Queens in the Twitch chat said Tones looks tan, and I am a little tan.
do.
I was
You
on a
do look
boat
tan.
for 2 days, basically. The first boat was scheduled. It was part of the bachelor party activities. It was like this crazy double-decker pontoon,
Yeah.
and it had a water slide on the back of it, and we went to what they call Party Island on Lake Travis, which is where other boats that size will anchor down, and you can jump from boat to boat and whatnot. I stayed on our boat the whole time. I did jump in the water, took the slide down. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, like people went to other boats?
Yeah. You wouldn't go onto their boat, but everyone would have rafts and stuff, and you'd be outside of your boat kind of floating and mingling and stuff.
You're a boat guy. You're not a water guy.
Exactly. But if you give me a good raft, if you give me a trustworthy raft, I can do it.
It's fair. That's fair.
So I pulled the coolest move of the day. I actually had 2 other boats cheering for me on Friday. So we have this water slide, and it's like a tube water slide, not like a open one. Mm-hmm. And a couple guys on the boat tried to take the water slide into one of the rafts in the water, and I was the first person to actually make it successfully onto the raft from the slide.
Oh, so you had to land onto the raft.
Yeah. Because there was there's a 2 or 3 foot drop from the slide to the water.
These are things that you do when you're 10 years old at your friend's house.
Exactly. Thank you to everyone who got us through Hype Train Level 2. We have a minute. Oh, wait, actually, how come it's not updating on mine? It says we're at 100%, but it's still counting down.
No, I see level 3, 95, 98, 99, 100. Oh my God, that happened so fast.
Sweet.
We're in level 4.
Maybe mine is just delayed.
Elizabeth, thank you for the sub. Good morning, Lee, who ran 2 half marathons this weekend.
So a full marathon or 2 different half marathons?
2 different half marathons.
That's impressive because I ran 1 half marathon and I didn't move for 3 days.
No.
There also
nuts.
was someone I wanted to shout out. I don't know if she's still in the chat, but it is NJ Brit XO, who is a first-time chatter. This happened while we were doing the countdown. And she
Cool.
said, "Oh my God, morning homies, I'm so excited to be here instead of YouTube."
Oh, that's cool. So she's
So
watching
welcome.
live today. So, Anthony, explain to everyone where you are right now.
Currently, I'm at my parents' house, Ridgewood, New Jersey. And I came here because I was in Austin for the weekend. I got there Thursday, came back yesterday. And on Friday of this week, I'm flying with my family and Carla Marie to Spain. So it didn't make sense to go from Austin back to Seattle, then from Seattle back to New Jersey to take the flight to Spain. So I just
Right.
came here and I'm going to hang out for the week.
But what room are you in right now?
Oh, this is I don't know, a downstairs room. It's kind of an office and a workout room, if that makes sense. This used to be our living room. This is where all my PlayStations were hooked up and all of that stuff back in the day.
Shout out to BFC Pika, who just gifted 5 subs. And did we just complete the hype?
We're at level 4, completed. Let's see how we are with level 5.
We will not be doing the show from Spain. We're actually taking next week off. Sure, you can follow along on our adventures on Instagram and stuff like that. But yeah, no show next week.
We've actually taken less time off during this show than we used to do when we had a radio show.
So far, we've had 2 full weeks this year.
Yeah. Normally by this time we're at 2 or 3.
I think we'll probably take it around 1 week off around Christmas because we
course.
can travel with this. That's the difference.
Yeah.
We couldn't do our radio show from New Jersey, at least at the time. We didn't think we could.
We could have. They just wouldn't have let us.
Sneeze.
You right there, Sneezy McGee?
It went away. Sneezy Marie would have been.
Oh, yeah, Sneezy Marie would have been good. I don't know why I didn't do that. We are almost through Hype Train Level 5, so I'm going to have to go like I'm in high school and raid my parents' liquor cabinet and see what I have here.
We'll have to do it separately.
Yeah, of
you
course.
go and then.
I will say that I don't know if it's because I really put in a lot of work before my trip to Lake Travis in Texas, or if the human beings, both men and women in Texas, are more likely to compliment you on your physical appearance.
Wait, strangers were complimenting you?
Oh, yeah, it was real weird.
What?
It was
That
real
happened
weird.
here. Wait, when we went out here, we never talked. Did we talk about the bouncer that was like, "Yo, is it Arms Day or whatever?"
No, we didn't talk about that guy, but you can tell that story.
Okay, we were walking into a bar a few weeks ago at Kangaroo and Kiwi here in Seattle, and the bouncer checking our IDs looked at Anthony and goes, "Bicep Day" or something like that.
He said,
Anthony's like,
was it Arms Day today at the gym?
or chat?" And you said,
And I was like,
whatever.
no, it's chest and back, bro. Relax.
And I was like, "What? Like, how come I don't get complimented on my sick biceps?"
I mean, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
So, what happened in Austin?
So one of the nights, we actually were on the lake almost the whole time. Almost the whole weekend was spent on Lake Travis. So even though it's close to Austin, like 35 minutes away, so we didn't actually go downtown. But on Saturday night, we did go to downtown Austin. And I was sitting on one of the benches in this bar that has like a high back, almost like a VIP club table or bench.
Okay.
And I had my arm kind of on the back talking to one of my friends, and all of a sudden I felt someone rubbing my arm, and I thought it was one of my friends like messing with me.
Yeah.
And I turn around and it's just this random girl, and she
Damn,
was like,
I gotta fight a bitch.
and she said something. She was like, oh man, what did she say? She said something like, "You have really nice biceps." And I just looked at her and I was like, thanks. And then she walked away and I never saw her again.
I'm telling you right now, if a guy touched my body and said something like that, I don't care where it's happened to my hair and I flipped out, I would have lost my shit. So
I get that. But then there was another girl who came up to me and she said something about me working out. And she said something like, you look like a guy who cares about working out. And I was like, well,
you should have said I was born like this.
I said, yeah, I do. And then I was kind of weird, but then it got even more weird where she goes, oh, I guess that's kind of weird that I just talked about you working out. And I took that moment to step back and say, I mean, it was a little weird, but at the same time, I'm glad someone noticed the effort that I put in the gym. So
Right.
we could just leave it at that. And she said, okay. And that was it.
We just hit full hype train.
Nice.
Thank you to Jen and Lisa for some subs. If I'm missing anyone, lots of people. Liz from Connecticut gave 100 bits. Tacoma Swifty 100. Oh my goodness. So
Robbie
many
and
things
Everett
Yeah.
subscribed.
Okay, no, and everyone's saying creepy, not normal. Like, I've never seen a guy who's had muscles and thought, I'm going to compliment that guy's gym ethic because he's probably an asshole. And so I'm not gonna.
Well, I'm glad they didn't think that about me. I'm glad they thought enough to say he looks personable enough to say hello to.
Alina said, Anthony, you should have said, I have a girlfriend. No, I don't think that's a proper response for that. Although someone did
There
say
was no reason to say that.
Megan said you could have said, yeah, my girlfriend agrees.
There's no need. Because, listen,
No, I agree.
I'm
It's
smart
weird.
enough now to know, and listen, this is not something I knew back in the day, but I'm smart enough now to know when a conversation is getting far enough along where I think the person might not understand that I am in a relationship. And now I know when I can step in and drop in like a little tidbit here and there. Like there was one girl that I was talking to at one of the bars, and she asked me where I was from. I said Seattle. She was like, "Oh my God, we had a conversation for a couple minutes at that point." And she goes, "Oh my God, my best friend moved to Seattle. I think I'm gonna go visit soon." And I said, "Oh my God, that's awesome. Let me know when you're there. My girlfriend and I will go. We'll meet up at a bar with you, something along those lines." So that was a comfortable, easy way to drop that in there without just because that was something that always bothered me as a single guy going to bars. Is the second you would talk to a girl and be like, "Well, I have a boyfriend." It's like I was saying hello.
Yeah.
I was saying excuse me. I don't know what to tell you.
How am I supposed to know that you have a boyfriend? Like
Exactly.
you're not wearing a ring, you're not wearing, you don't have a tattoo that says I have a boyfriend. Like how? Then don't go out if you don't want that.
Yeah.
If guys persist after you drop it, that's I've learned also. Like I definitely dropped I'll never forget. We did this on Elvis's show. I was riding the subway as an intern, and this guy was sitting next to me, and he was talking to me, and I flat out just went, "I have a boyfriend." But like there was no reason for me to do it. I was just panicked, and I didn't know what to do. And I didn't know, the slide drop in by then, but now I do.
There's always an easier, more natural way to bring that up. Now, if the person's being super aggressive, like you said, Carla Marie, or just an asshole,
Yeah.
and then here's the best part, is at that point, it probably doesn't even matter. They're probably going to be an a-hole and still continue to hit on you anyway.
Truth.
Yeah.
Do you want to go raid your parents' liquor cabinet and then I'll go?
Sure.
Your brother, Justin, said he dares you to grab the Blue Label.
Ooh, I could do that. I'll steal it from my dad.
I don't know if this show is worthy of a Blue Label. Just kidding, it is. Okay, great. Now we can talk crap about Anthony while he's gone. JK. So what's up, guys? How you doing? A lot of people asking about the cats. I saw that. Yeah, I have been here with 4 cats all weekend. My friend is going to be staying here. I think her sister's going to also stay while I'm gone. So she'll be here for 12 days. She has a full-blown checklist because she has to give like medicine to the cats, and we'll talk about that in a second, but she's got to give medicine. She's got litter boxes to clean out. It's just a lot. So she'll be staying here, and it'll be good for her, nerve-wracking for me. I'm so anxious about leaving them right now. So I told her, I'm like, I need constant updates. Tacoma Swifty, did Anthony pack enough clothes to be gone on the road this long? Yeah, he packed a big suitcase, which I will be doing as well. But he's a boy. He just has t-shirts and shorts. Like, so unfair. Oh, Mama Sarah, yeah, I did a garage sale over the weekend, which I actually want to talk about. Both my Amazon Fire Sticks did sell, and I need to ship them today. So, yeah. Yeah, Liz, I didn't want to leave. When I'm gone for that long, I don't like leaving them here alone, although I have. Not the babies, though. The babies haven't been left home alone yet. But since they have to be fed 2 times a day right now, still, my regular cat sitter can't come by here 2 times a day. She has kids. So I have my friend stay here for a few days. It'll be good. I'm flying Alaska Air to New Jersey tomorrow. And then to Spain, we're flying United. Yeah. I'm very excited. I've never been to Spain. I don't know how to speak Spanish at all. What is he doing? Taking forever. So I'll give you the rundown for the cat since Anthony was here and kind of knows what happened. Remember on Thursday during the show, Caroline was sitting here and I said she didn't feel well. She kind of like got much worse, and I ended up taking her to the ER, Animal Medical Center of Seattle. My friend from high school actually lives out here and works there, which was super helpful. But they got her in and they ran a bunch of tests on her, and $1,100 later basically found out she was dehydrated, but also had swollen intestines, which they think could be from a number of things. Could be one of the things is the medicine they gave her for her cold that she had, that her vet gave her. So it likely was a reaction to the medication. They gave her a bunch of fluids, some anti-nausea medication, and she came home and she was okay. Then she got weird again. Then Max's eye started flaring up. So Max has eye goop. So that was happening. So all this stuff is happening over the weekend. Who's sick? Who is starting to get sick? I'm talking about the cats. So now I have to give Caroline eye drops. Caroline won't stop sneezing. So in the middle of the night, I had to give her nose drops. Max gets eye drops. Erica gets nose drops. And over the weekend, I witnessed the most insane thing ever. On Saturday, I'm laying with Erica, and she always bites on my bracelets. She stopped biting on them, sat down, and was looking at me, and then starts going. And I'm like, oh, it's a hairball. But it didn't sound like a hairball. She starts taking her paw and shoving it in her mouth. And I'm like, I've never seen a cat put their paw in their mouth like this. Like, they lick it. She starts flopping on the floor. And I'm like, oh my God, this cat is dying in front of me. I don't know what to do. And she's flopping, putting her paw and running away from me. I'm like, trying to catch her. I don't know what to do. And I FaceTime Motley Zoo, our friend Pate, and I'm like, what's happening? She's like, she just pulled her paw out of her mouth and it's covered in blood. She's like, it's got to be a loose tooth. And I tried checking, couldn't check. Finally, I hold her down, open her mouth, and there's like a molar hanging. And I'm like, I'm going to pull it. And I yank it out. And Erica was like, okay. And just went on about her day.
That's gross.
I have it.
You still have just get rid of the tooth.
I saved my teeth. Why wouldn't I save hers?
Just get rid of the tooth. Stop that. Just get rid of the tooth. That's ridiculous.
When I go get my alcohol, I might find a tooth.
Stop that. You don't need to save baby teeth from animals.
It looks so when I pulled it out, you could see there's all these other teeth growing around it, and I'm pretty sure like I looked yesterday and it looks like they're all coming in.
I never even thought of animals teething. Like getting a new set of teeth or anything.
Really?
Never thought of that. I don't know why. I just never did.
Erica is 5-ish months.
Is that normal? Like, do you remember your other cats teething?
Yeah. I used to find little teeth around the apartment.
So, are you gonna go grab a drink as well?
I'm going to, but read Fred the mailman's message. But wait. Anthony's so clear and crisp sounding. Why am I not?
I don't know.
Okay, read Fred's message, but this morning, so Caroline hasn't like done anything for over 2 weeks. Like, doesn't really get off the bed on her own. Normally, every morning, she's staring at my face. I wake up. I'm like, fine, Caroline, we'll get up. I get out of bed. She follows me to the bathroom. She yaps on her way to the bathroom. I brush her hair while I'm peeing every morning because she loves it. And if I don't brush it, she like yaps and like bites my leg. It hasn't happened in over 2 weeks. This morning, I woke up. I get out of bed. She gets off the bed and I'm like, and she followed me into the bathroom. No yapping, but she sat there and wanted her hair brushed. And this is the first morning she's done it in over 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my God.
So she's getting back.
Please. I think so.
Yeah.
So everyone send her your good vibes. I'm going to go get some alcohol.
What was that?
Oh, did you see my shirt?
What did it say? Oh, thank God. All right, go get your drinks. Let's see. So Fred the mailman said, my You Look Great orange tee got all kinds of attention while tailgating yesterday. And if you're not familiar, Fred the mailman's in Cleveland, so that was a Browns tailgate. And their colors are orange and brown. It was the most common for people to say, thank you, you look great too. That's awesome. That is a great Browns tailgating shirt, though, because it looks like it was made for that specific situation. What else do we have here? Yeah, I don't know why I sound any better than Carla Marie. We're using the same microphones. I am using a webcam. I think she's using her laptop camera. So in terms of like the picture, I should be more clear. But the drink I got was not what my brother recommended because my dad does have a bottle of Blue Label, which is Johnny Walker Scotch, but it's like this limited edition New York bottle. And I doubt my dad actually cares, but I didn't feel like being the first person to open it. So I went super Lebanese and got some Lebanese liquor called arak, which I guess is similar to vodka, but it tastes like way worse. It's like has a licorice type taste. And this is from Lebanon. This was distilled and a product of Lebanon. So the interesting thing with this, and I should grab a clear glass later, is when you put water in it, it gets like it's like a milky consistency. Or I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'll get a clear glass when Carla Marie comes in, but I couldn't find a regular shot glass. So I got this thing. This might actually be a candle holder. I have no idea. This is what I'll be drinking out of later when Carla Marie gets here. She's going to have a much better tasting drink than I have. Oh, there she is. Oh, and there she goes. Did she forget a drink? Nope.
Hello.
Hello there. So I was explaining what I'm drinking. This is called arak, A-R-A-K. It's a very Middle Eastern spirit.
What is it like comparable to?
Butt.
Is it like Sambuca?
It tastes, yeah, very, very similar to Sambuca. It tastes kind of like butt. It's like a licorice type thing.
Oh, Sambuca. Yeah.
But with Sambuca, when you put water in it, does it turn like a white color?
Well, there's white Sambuca.
No, so this, if I dumped water in here, this would just turn white.
I don't know. I don't drink it. So your brother actually just said, CM, I need you to tell Anthony that whatever word that alcohol is basically Lebanese Sambuca.
Oh, well, there you go.
I would look at that and call it arak.
Yeah, that's what most people would do. All right, let's take this shot. Because this, for the record, I really do not like this drink, but I feel like I'm in my Lebanese household and I should be as Lebanese as possible.
So maybe I'll do some limoncello on Thursday.
You
I might do
could.
this. Where should I do the show from on Thursday? I might go to my brother's office. The problem with doing it at my parents' is like my dad doesn't take it seriously, and he'll sit like if I'm here doing the show, he'll sit at the dining room table next to me and eat and like take calls, or like if telemarketers call, he'll get on the phone and start screaming at them. Like,
Remember, we were doing
Yes.
an interview with Sean T. He was having us on his podcast, so we were trying to be like as pro as possible. And your dad just started offering us fruit during the during the interview.
like he
He just
doesn't
came
get
out with a platter of fruit. It was very kind of him. Just maybe could have timed it out a little better.
it. He does not understand it.
I do have privacy in the house. However, Carla Marie can't do the podcast here because the way our mics are set up right now, it has to be one mic per laptop.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't work out properly. What else do we have?
I would love to get my brother on the show, but he wouldn't do it. He's too nervous.
Well, do you have your drink ready to go, Carla Marie? Explain what you're drinking, though, because yours is actually, like, important.
So it's called a tough cookie. It's actually like a mixed drink, aka a shooter. It's called a tough cookie. It's from our friends at Seattle Cocktail Week. And I want to get the full list of everything because I don't remember. They're amazing. They like literally made it for us in this cute little picture. It has Maletti chocolate liqueur, butterscotch schnapps, and mezcal. It's a perfect breakfast shot. And
It actually is pretty good for now that we're, telling everyone they should be taking shots for breakfast, but it's pretty good.
There's a link to the recipe. I'll get it in a bit after we take the shot.
All right, Carla Marie, are you ready? Just for the record, I want everyone to know that the face that I make is not representative of the drink that Seattle Cocktail Club made. This is totally different because I am not going to enjoy this.
Okay.
But thank you to everyone who got us through Hype Train Level 5, filled up the
appreciate
Hype
you.
Cup on the screen. If you don't know what that means, I'm sure someone in the chat can explain that.
Okay. You ready?
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh.
I don't like it. Ugh. Whew. That's not good.
I think my mouth is too small for that much liquid.
Oh, man. I don't like that drink one bit.
Wait, why did your brother say Anthony just took a shot from a soft egg cup?
Yeah, so I couldn't find a shot glass.
Oh,
So-
I didn't know.
This is what you put soft boiled eggs in.
It also looks like you're a baby tiny king.
Yeah, like it should be a chalice, but it's
I
not
don't
really.
see it's not on my screen, but it might be on everyone's.
It's
right
on
now.
here. You should now see it.
Uh.
There we go. Whew. Man,
Okay.
I need
So
a
it's
I need
out.
a hard reset.
Okay, I'll show you. Hold on, I need to put my screen up. So I went and got.
What is that? I can't see it. Oh, is that the tooth?
Yeah, and then this is her other one. I think it's hers.
Why do you have two teeth?
Because she keeps losing them.
No, just get rid of the teeth. You're not keeping baby cat teeth in the house. That's ridiculous. There was so I was at the bachelor party and we talked about it a little bit before about the weird times that people decided to compliment
Keep
all my
teeth.
hard work in the gym. Which, listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to take it as a compliment because I do put a lot of time into the gym. But
It's so weird.
I was going through because I remember there was something I texted Carla Marie about on Saturday. She was asking me how the night was going because the last time I was in Austin, Texas, there was a little bit of drama because we happened upon a bachelorette party. It was Carla Marie's sister's friend's bachelorette party. Mm-hmm. And there was some drama with some of the participants of that bachelorette party. And Carla Marie said, well, I hope you're having fun and don't have as much
Drama.
My response to Carla Marie was, so far so good, but a woman did try to kill me 30 minutes ago. More about that on Monday. Now, here's the problem. I don't remember what that text was about.
It seemed like you almost got hit by a car, like in the timing of when you were going out.
Well, it was 9 o'clock. No, it must have been before that. So it was probably 8 o'clock
Yeah.
Austin time. And now I have to text my friends and say, why would I say that? Why would a woman try to kill me early in the evening in Austin?
Okay, well, that's ridiculous that you don't remember such a serious event.
Yeah.
But I did get a text from Anthony. I've never wanted to beat up a bitch more than this moment.
Oh, what happened?
When you texted me and told me that 2 girls told you to get off the dance floor because they didn't like your dancing.
I said that?
Anthony!
I don't remember that either. What was that?
You said they were girls. We were talking about how mean girls were.
Oh my God, I do remember that now. Okay, that's actually
said-
fantastic because I'm looking at my text messages and I do remember that. And basically what happened, that wasn't even dancing, but I did get bullied off of the dance floor. So where we were set up in Austin was at
Container bar?
no, we were at Container Bar first, and we went to another bar that's kind of like carnival themed
Okay.
ish, and we had the back like couch area because we had 24 guys that had to fit into this place, so we had to get a VIP table, and kind of below us was another dance floor, and someone had a hula hoop, some dude had a hula hoop on the dance floor. And was trying to do the hula hoop.
Okay.
So then I decided to go up and do that as well. But on a packed dance floor, doing a hula hoop is a little difficult because you just keep whacking people with it.
See, you didn't tell me this part of the story
Yeah,
because I also would have been like, dude, leave.
So, but I wasn't even kicked off the dance floor because I was hitting people with a hula hoop. The girls were bullying me because they didn't think I did the hula hoop well enough. And I was trying to defend myself, be like, there's people all over the place. How am I supposed to hula hoop in this scenario?
Oh my God.
They literally like get out of they literally looked at me and said, get out of the dance floor, get off the dance floor. And I was like, well, this sucks. And I left. And then I went back and drank some more.
See, you were like, I clearly also wonder if these people were actually complimenting your muscles and things because you don't really remember things properly.
No, listen, I'm going to remember when someone compliments my muscles. All right.
Because you said that these girls bullied you for your dancing. You never mentioned a hula hoop once. Like
I think I was
feel-
saving the hula hoop for this moment.
Well, thanks. It was quite the moment.
But also at Container Bar, which was the first bar that we went to before our reservation was ready at the other bar, I got a message right after I left. And I want to make sure that I shout out the right person.
Fred the mailman called you Amnesia Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, there was also a lot. Saturday was the second boat day. And we got out on a boat, and I was pounding White Claws basically the whole time. White Claws and Truly is all I drank for the whole weekend. So a guy named Big Joe messaged me when I was leaving Container Bar. He was like, hey, I saw you tearing up the dance floor at Container Bar. I didn't want to whatever, annoy you or distract you. But Big Joe does radio in San Antonio. He's the morning show on Y100 in San Antonio. They've got a great show down there.
Did you go back and meet him?
No, I was long gone by the time I actually read the message and could have gone back. But it was just really cool that he was hanging out there. He's got a big, like, kind of Ryan Fitzpatrick beard, if that makes sense to anyone who watches football.
We're going to need somebody else, like Fred the Mailman beard.
Oh, yeah, Fred the Mailman beard. Yeah,
I think
similar.
we all know he looks like more than this other guy. He's just
similar. But yeah, I mean, I was doing a lot of drinking. So the second day that we decided to go out on the boat, that was a much smaller group. So it was a last minute idea. We rented a pontoon, and a couple of the guys have their little boating licenses. So 10 of us or 11 of us went out. What are you laughing at?
Their little boating licenses.
Yeah, their little boating. It's not a real license.
Why are you belittling their boating license?
It's not a real license.
If it hold on. One, if it weren't for them, your ass wouldn't have been on that boat. Two, I have a boating license, and I had to sit through an 8-hour course, hungover AF, to take that. You better appreciate my boating license.
It's no one's fault that you were hungover during that class. That's your fault. It doesn't mean the class itself was hard. It just means you were hungover. We did have an issue, though. We did have an issue, even though 2 of the guys had boating licenses. Anchoring the boat got to be an issue. Oh. And apparently, and a lot of the people who were around our boat who were trying to help us figure this out told us that we had the anchor that the place gave us was actually too small for what we needed. And it took us a while to finally anchor down. And we missed out on a couple good party spots because we were like drifting too far. So we ended up kind of in the middle of nowhere by ourselves.
I'm
and
not surprised.
that took a solid hour and a half to figure out once we got out to where we were going.
We did get a first-time chatter from Chase Shakes, and you were talking about being drunk this weekend. He said, bro, you're telling me Saturday was Oktoberfest in Cincinnati, nothing but beer. I'll do it to you. Apparently,
what were you going to say?
There was like a beer fest in Fremont, blocks away from my home, and I didn't know until I saw it on Instagram the next day.
Who was posting that you saw about it? Who was posting about it that you saw?
Kara, Maddie, and Alexis. Thanks for the invite, guys.
And I was going to say, no one invited you, Carla Marie. No, so I shouldn't have been, but I was impressed with the amount of drinks that were taken down at this bachelor party. I got there kind of later than everybody else. Like I missed dinner on Thursday night. Me and my buddy Hav rolled in a little later. And by the time we got there, there was a huge garbage can, like one of those like big plastic outdoor garbage cans, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Already full of just beer cans. And then I thought about it because they were going through cases of beer so quickly. And then I thought about it, I was like, you know what? We actually have 24 guys here. So literally if everyone takes one beer, that's a whole case that's gone. But we did some damage. And then we ordered about 1 billion pizzas. And I wanted to send myself this picture, but I didn't have enough time. So I'm going to have to pull it up and hope that everyone sees it here.
24, and some of them are dads, which means they can put down beers even better.
I'd say at this point, most of them were dads.
Wow.
Yeah, there were a lot of dads on that group. But Saturday, the one thing that our friend Chris, who planned the whole thing, he did an amazing job. We have 2 basically mansions on the water. He collected $1,000 from everybody. So he had almost a $30,000 budget to go with on this thing, which is insane, which is why we had boats, which is why we had everything else.
Did you have hose?
No hose, just boats. We were the hose on the boats. We were the hose. But the one thing that he maybe didn't anticipate was how much food we needed for 24 fully grown men.
That's where your girl comes in. I make sure we are fed.
So Saturday, before we hit the second boat, my friends T and Sean went out and said, hey, we're going to grab some burgers. We're going to come back. And they came back with that much Whataburger.
Can you put it in the middle more?
I can put it on your screen too, Carla Marie, so you can see it. Do you see that?
You got totes?
They gave us legit totes, and there was, I think, 5 of them. And they were filled with burgers and fries. That was it. And it was all gone within 15 minutes.
I would have been hoarding it in my room. I don't trust that there's no food. Did you have chips? Who did
We had
this
some
part?
chips. We had a lot of Doritos and things like that. Yeah.
Waters? Did someone think about water? Liquid IV, some Kinder Light?
There were no liquid IVs or Pedialyte. There was the main house that we stayed in. So I was staying in what we called the Scorpion House, because apparently someone saw a scorpion or something. I don't know.
Nope. And for that reason, I am out.
But it's funny because the house that we stayed in was still huge mansion-style house right on the water. And the only problem was we all saw the first house and then went to that one. So we were like the ghetto house, but at the same time, it was still a mansion and beautiful. It was just not as beautiful and well put together as the other house.
That sucks.
But yeah, there was no food in that house whatsoever. I don't really know if I ate a ton. I think just pizzas and Whataburger, and that's basically all I had.
No, I make sure there's food around the clock.
Yeah, we didn't do that. But it's also tough. We had 24 guys. Trying to plan for what everyone was going to want and do, that was tough.
I thought there were 27.
Was it 27 or 24? I keep messing up that number.
It's 20. You told us 27 for months.
Okay, then it's 27. Let me check.
Andre wants to know if it's bigger than Erica's Mafia home that we did our stream from in Arizona in May.
So that's a great question because I actually texted the group. And I don't think the footprint was as big as Erica's house. The actual structure of the house was not as big. But it was just as, if not more, fabulous. Well, this house, it had a karaoke room.
With the stage.
Yeah, a full karaoke room, which also doubled as a home theater with about a dozen big like Lazy Boy recliners and a full karaoke system built in to the room. And they had a drum set and bongos ready to go.
What song did you perform?
I did a few. I did One Direction at one point.
Which one?
Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. That one.
Is that your song to me?
No. And then, I did a lot. I think I did, my friend Richie and I, we tried to do The Boy Is Mine by Brandy and Monica.
That's so boring.
That is a hard song to
Why
do.
would you do that?
I don't know. Just felt like it.
Okay, next. What did you do?
What else? I did do a pop punk song. I don't remember which one it was. But at one point, this is where I was in my prime. So on Friday, before we got onto the big double-decker boat, that was not until like 3:30, 4 o'clock. We were just hanging by the pool. Bunch of dudes hanging by the pool, and there was like a Sonos speaker system that was playing throughout the house. And someone had a crappy Spotify playlist on there. And my friend John looked up and goes, can someone put on some like mid-2000s pop punk for us? And then I was in my element. I was DJing for the next 2 hours, just playing Taking Back Sunday, My Chemical Romance, Newfound Glory, Fall Out Boy, all of it.
Oh, man.
And then I was throwing some deep cuts in there that people didn't even like know. I was throwing some like Cartel. I was throwing Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. I was all over the place.
Who
and it
wants
was
deep
phenomenal.
cuts at a bachelor party?
Oh, they were going over very well. That crowd liked my music.
Okay. Everyone is laughing at how quickly you said no when I asked you if that was your song to me.
No, that's not. So, were
They wanna
there
know if
any
it's just-
fights? There actually were no. There was like no drama, not between our
What's
group,
that like?
not between us and any other group of men or women in the Austin area.
Except when you got bullied.
Yeah, except for those two girls bullying me off the dance floor. Assholes.
I can't believe that. Well, now I can because you have the hula hoop. But
let's see what else is there. But yeah, it was actually surprisingly little drama, and that's one of the things I was worried about, because when you put that many guys together and you get them all liquored up and send them out on the town, I wasn't worried about any of the boating things or any of us at the house. I was more concerned with what would happen when all of us got to downtown Texas. And now you're in a confined space. Apparently people forgot how to act in the last year and a half. So like, who knows what's going to happen? But no, it was all very calm. The only thing that happened, and this was more funny drama than anything else, was towards the end of the night on Saturday. So this is the night that we all went out to the bars in Austin. We started as a main group of, 24 to 27 people. I keep forgetting what the number was. But, throughout the night, some people had gone to the University of Texas football game, so they were a little more exhausted. So people started trickling out and going home on their own. And it ended up with me, my friend Sean, and our friend Kevin. The three of us were left with the bottle and a couple of the remaining beers that were at our VIP table. And this one dude who was kind of in our area, I think he had made friends with one of the guys in our group earlier, felt like he was free and clear to grab our drinks and not only drink them himself, but offer them to his friends.
Hell
So, and
no.
keep in mind, here's where we were just petty. There were only three of us. We had half a bottle of tequila and probably like 9 beers left. Mm-hmm. And we just got annoyed because he grabbed them without asking and started distributing them to like 3 or 4 of his friends. So now we're down to only a handful of beers. I still wanted a few. But once we cut him off and said, hey man, like relax, stop giving our drinks away, we knew we were going to leave soon and there were probably going to be some floaters. And my friend Sean decided, instead of leaving them for him, he was going to pour them all out into like the ice bucket so that this guy couldn't drink any more of our liquor for free.
That pettiness from Sean.
I know, but this is where, if I was more rational at that moment, I probably would have said, we're not going to drink these anyway. Let someone else enjoy it. But the fact that he just took them without like double checking or asking or anything, it just turned on that petty switch. And we decided to take whatever, there was like maybe this much left, in the bottle of tequila, poured it into a cup, and just like left it on the side somewhere. So he thought that the tequila was empty. And then Sean took 2 of the remaining cans and just dumped them out like this for everybody to see. So if there was any drama, that was the only drama from the entire weekend at the bachelor party.
Well, Sean's wife and I were texting over the weekend because we thought it was very sus that there were also no more posts from this bachelor party.
That's not true.
Okay, there was like some.
Yeah, there were a couple posts.
But for the amount of people that we knew there, we're like, I got pictures from your friends of you. I don't know if you know this.
I do, yeah.
I have a few photos of you lounging on boats. They're just sending me pictures of you. And I'm like, I don't know. That's great. Thanks, guys.
I think they were saying I think a couple of them were thinking, does Carla Marie know how good looking you are? We have to send her pictures to remind her. I think that's why they were doing it.
That's what they said. Okay. Well, I responded with, ew.
I don't even know what picture that is. That at the house or on a boat?
On a boat.
Okay.
Tones lounging.
Yeah. But I will say, even though there were a lot of bachelorette party vibes at this bachelor party, in terms of like, we really just stayed at the house for the most part, did our own thing. Like, whereas with the Nashville bachelor party, we were out the whole time. Yeah. I mean, I literally got made fun of because at one point I was like, I'm going back to the room and I'm going to sleep because I need to just put my head down. This bachelor party was more, and obviously I think the size of the group had a lot to do. In Nashville, there were 9 or 10 of us. Way easier to navigate life.
Yep.
Then you have more than double in Austin. So
you basically had your own camp.
Yeah, so by default, we kind of had to stay to ourselves, get a boat for ourselves, do those things, because with 24 to 27 guys, it's tough to do that. But I would say it had bachelorette party vibes because we really were isolated for most of the weekend. With the exception of going out on Friday or Saturday night, we didn't go to any like bars or like do anything like that.
Why are you bachelorette party vibes? Because you stay home?
Because I feel like bachelorette parties, they're like always at the pool at the house that they rent and taking like weird pictures and stuff.
No, they just post pictures of things that they do. My sister's bachelorette party, all I wanted to do was stay at the house. We were out all the time. We had one day, last day, where everyone was hungover and we chilled by the pool during the day and went out at night. But like, you're not at home. You're not getting to enjoy the house.
I don't know. I think if you were to do a ratio of time in to time out, I think bachelorette parties spend more time in than bachelor parties do.
No.
Okay.
I'd actually say opposite. Because bachelor parties like, yo, let's just hang. And bachelorette's like, let's go and get everyone to buy you shots and wear your sash and your penis crown.
There was no penis crown or anything like that, but we did on Saturday. We did steal a pink hat from some bachelorette party group, so that was being passed around.
Okay.
I do have a picture of our friend Richie in a pink hat.
It's cute.
But yeah, we didn't really, I don't think bachelor parties just post as much. Dudes in general don't post as much as women do.
It's so weird.
And I wonder why. I also think women post to be assholes to their friends, to their frenemies. To be like, look at how much fun we're having and you're not here because this is my BFF. Like that is the vibe. Every time I see a woman posting from a bachelorette party, that's what I'm reading. That's what I'm hearing in my head.
Maybe you're just petty, and that's what you see.
Obviously, from the example I gave before, I am 100% petty.
So while you were out doing hula hoops and bars and chilling on boats, I basically was just hanging with cats all weekend. I gave everyone the rundown when you were getting your alcohol.
I heard,
how everyone is feeling. But on Saturday, I had an impromptu lunch with my friend Laura Burkhart, and you guys know her as the person who made my headboard. A lot of people always ask where my headboard is from. She's an artist.
I'm picturing, you know, when you see a movie trailer and it's like from the directors of Armageddon or what, I don't know why I picked that movie. I'm now picturing Carla like from the creator of my headboard.
So anyway,
Burkhart.
I had texted her something about a shop in Ballard. I was like, did they add a coffee shop to September? It's a clothing shop. She's like, yeah. She goes, I'm actually going there in a little bit. And I was like, oh my God, I'll come say hi. So she and I actually ended up getting lunch with her daughter, Dakota, and Laura's actually pregnant. And Dakota's now 2 years old. And this is when I did a foot and mouth moment that I actually texted her about later because I was like, I didn't mean that the way I said it, and I'm overthinking it now. I'm that meme that thinks about, hey, I should have shut my mouth hours ago. And she's like, no worries. But I said to her, man, I can't even imagine having two. Like the way I said it was like, you're about to have another one of these. Good luck. And that's not what I meant. I just meant
So what did you mean?
Like this one's running around and then you're going to have another one. But like, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I meant it like, oh, this is crazy. Like, this is nuts. This is your life now. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't even think about it like that. And I was like, well, thank God, because that's not what I meant. But I was like, it was one of those moments where I got home and I was like thinking about what I said.
No, I think most people, especially after they have one child, they know how ridiculous life is when you have a kid. So when people say, I can't imagine, or, oh my God, your life is going to be crazy, they're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. And then, so Dakota's 2 and she loves cats. They don't have a cat, but she loves cats. And I gave her my phone and I like went into Google Photos and just typed in cats. And I have like 3,000 photos. So she just sat there swiping through my phone, 2-year-old looking at cats. It was so cute.
You know, speaking of having another kid, there was something that I overheard at the bachelor party weekend that I don't think I was supposed to be part of the conversation, because I'm not like in that inner circle of people. And I almost was about to blurt out what I heard, but I don't know if that person has told everyone else the news that I found out almost by accident at the bachelor party weekend. And it's that someone in that group is expecting another child.
Do I know the person?
You do know the person, but I don't know if it's public like news yet. Because the way that I heard it was through the 2 people that were like closest in that group of friends.
And you didn't say anything like, oh my God.
Oh no, I said congratulations, and then I was like, I didn't ask if everyone else knows or how many people know or if it's public.
Oh, that's what you got to do.
So now I'm just like stuck here with this information that I don't think anyone else has, that I wasn't supposed to get. But I know so many people that are connected to that person that I want to say something, but I can't.
Oh my God. Well, if you were a female, you would have said, does everyone know this?
Yeah, no, I was drinking a lot this past weekend, and there's a lot that I probably could have done or should have said, and I just was sitting there with my drunk self enjoying life.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you to, I think it was Martha, who just said, Carla Marie, you were great on the Totally Happy podcast. And I'm going to drop a link in here. I got to do a Totally Happy podcast is put together by Wax Cabin Candle, the company that we did our candles with, and Happy Box. They are, if you don't know them, 2 sisters who created a really cute gift boxing company when they realized there wasn't a good gift box company out there. It's amazing. All of them run side hustles, but they have a podcast together, and I got to do a whole story about connections and why they're important. But it was my first time just like talking on my own and telling a story for minutes at a time. I've never like had to do that, and it's so weird for me. It was like, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So I'm going to drop the link in here for you to save it and go listen to it after the show today and tell me what you think.
You know, the other thing that I appreciated about the way that all of this stuff worked out this week, Carla Marie, and you're going to be in New Jersey on Tuesday, right?
Tomorrow night, you're picking me up from the airport.
Oh, I'm picking you up.
You told me that.
I did?
Yeah.
Did I tell you that when I was drunk?
Nope, sober. Last week, you asked me when I was getting in, and I told you, and you said, okay, I'll pick you up. I didn't even ask.
I should probably find a car to go pick you up with then. And you're going to have a very different experience when you come to New Jersey, because you're going to have a much shorter timeline and obviously still going to want to see people while you're here. But the thing that really worked out in my favor is I saw almost all of my friends that I normally see when I'm in New Jersey. I got to hang out with all of them this past weekend, or for the most part, all of them. And I don't have any work things that I need to be at this week other than our show. So I actually have like a calm week in New Jersey for the first time in a long time. No holidays, no special occasion, anything like that. And yesterday, I finally got to go up to my parents' attic and look for some of like the old school games and stuff that I had. And I found a few. I didn't find the stash I thought I was going to find, but I found an old school Game Gear, which I've got to get to work, which was like the handheld Sega console. And then I found some other games. I found Pokemon Pinball, Tetris, Hercules, and something else, a racing game. But I've got to go back and find all the other stuff.
I'm hoping to go through the attic when I'm back in Jersey. I have Wednesday day, I have nothing. Wednesday night is big family dinner. And Thursday evening, Dina is going to highlight my hair. And I think we're taking out the extensions.
Oh my, how long is your actual hair? Like, where does it end?
The same length as my extensions, but it's not as full, obviously. So I feel like I'm going to feel like my hair is thinning, even though it's not, because I've been wearing extra hair for months. But like my regular hair is there. Can you see it? You're
Kind
not
of.
like responding.
No, I kind of.
Okay. So yeah. Oh my God, Lisa said, unrelated, Jen and I made a second batch of the s'mores blondies for a party over the weekend and got rave reviews. Thanks to Michelle from Fistful of Cake again.
That's awesome. There is this great question, actually, from Shayna FC. Said, since you two are away from each other, I wanted to ask you as well as fellow Twitchers, when you and your significant other are separated by distance, how often do you talk to each other?
It's a good question.
Well,
what happened?
there's a guy working on our lawn, on my parents' lawn, and I'm pretty sure his lawnmower just exploded.
What?
There's smoke everywhere.
Is he okay?
Oh, he just started it up again.
Well, that's the most New Jersey thing I've ever heard.
He seems fine. But it's like a cloud in front of my house at this point. Oh, well, he looks good. He looks safe. It all checks out. Sorry about that, but there's no way I was going to ignore that.
How often do we talk? I guess it depends what the other person is doing. Like I was literally home all weekend, not doing much, but like you were out with your friends on a boat. Like you're not going to be on your phone. So
there were hours and hours I didn't have my phone with me.
Yeah, I feel like Friday and I guess we really didn't talk much, honestly. But in terms of how often, it's just text. Like sometimes we'll call each other if something's like, I got to ask, I can't find something or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like we don't even talk much. And even when you're in New Jersey, you don't really have service at your parents' house.
Yeah, this part of Ridgewood, New Jersey is still like a dead zone for cell service. So we will talk on like Instagram and stuff through Wi-Fi. But yeah, I don't think either of us have like a necessary amount of time that we have to speak to one another, but we also text throughout the day normally.
Yeah. And it's normally like, oh, I just did this, or, oh, it's never like I don't know. Or it's like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? Haven't heard from you in a while. What's up? But it's nice check-in, not like where are you? What are you doing? Tell me everything.
Of course. And I think we're also in a very unique situation where because we work together and work together so closely, we're always talking and we're always communicating about something. Mm-hmm. So it never feels like there's that much time. I really do think this past weekend of the bachelor party was probably like the longest in terms of zero. And again, I didn't have my phone. I was on the boat the whole time.
Right.
But yeah, that was probably the longest we went, but it's also nothing that's scheduled or formal or significant even. It's just like, hey, headed to the bars, or hey, just got home. Stuff like that.
Yeah, no, nothing. And it's not like constant either, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
It's random. Like, like you'll say, these girls just yelled at me, or whatever. Or I'm like, I'm going to go get lunch with Laura, stuff like that. Different things. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think it's not healthy to talk to each other all day when you're not with each other.
Well, we also, going back to our unique situation, we also have to keep some things relevant for what we do for work. So this show or the podcast. So sometimes we will withhold information. Like I didn't finish the getting kicked off the dance floor story when I was talking to Carla Marie because I wanted to finish it here.
But we still don't know how you almost died because you don't even know.
I'm going to have to send that to my friends and see if anyone knows what I'm talking about.
It was probably super exaggerated, so they're not going to know.
Maybe. There's a good chance that happened.
I hope that answered.
Oh, there's someone at the door and no one's here.
So answer it.
Who the hell is this guy?
He's probably on fire and he needs you to help him stop, drop, and roll. This is so fun. Tacoma Swift. Wait, hold on. Let's listen. Let's see if his voice is different when he talks to a stranger. My sister says mine is. There's a phone ringing too now. We couldn't hear. What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
So,
You were asking us what happened.
so there's apparently a company here that's supposed to remove a dead tree from my parents' yard, but no one's here. So I have to move the cars. I don't know why there are cars in the back if no one's here, but apparently there's a car blocking the way, so I have to move that. But I told him to wait a couple minutes because I'm on a call.
Damn, that was funny.
No, it wasn't.
Like, you told him, what's up? You wait.
I said 3 minutes. I'm really sorry, man. So that's about it.
You better make sure he's going to take out the right tree. What if he pulls out the wrong tree?
I don't know if there are that many trees back there.
Here's my question. Did your parents tell you that a tree removal man was coming?
Yeah, but I thought he was supposed to be here at like 1 o'clock.
It's 12.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Oh, wait. Your brother Justin should said, oh, wait, the two trees.
So 2 trees are going out.
He actually said, wait, I thought they're going to my place. You guys need to get on the same page here.
I don't know. I think they're supposed to, because Justin, my brother, lives not too far from my parents' house at a property that my parents own.
Yeah.
And there's a tree that's like leaning on that house. And I think after they remove these trees, they have to go there. This is the stupidest thing we could be talking about right now.
Okay. Well, this sucks because I really wanted to talk about the Gabby Petito story. But I feel like it's a shitty way to end the show.
It is a shitty way to end the show. We could talk about it tomorrow because it's also something we need to spend a little bit of time on.
That's fair. I have been following the story for over a week, and I don't want to say obsessing over it, but it's like, it feels very close to home because she was like national parks and she's young and all. It's just been fucking crazy, for lack of a better word.
And she's from, she was from Long Island, right?
Originally, yeah. So it's really, really sad. So I'll be watching it all day, and we can discuss it a bit tomorrow. Not that we're the FBI or anything, but it's just been something that I've been hyper focused on. So,
well, listen, thank you. I know when we do shows that are separate, it can be glitchy, it can be weird. We started a little late today, but thank you for hanging out with us. It actually, I think, went pretty well for the most part. What do you think, Carla Marie?
I think so too. I mean, there was a giant cluster going on before we started the show. I was running around, sneezing, looking for wires, but we're good now.
But we made it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I've got to go move some cars for some tree people. Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, bye, guys.